Good evening, my fellow travelers on Spaceship Earth. It is I am Guy. I'm coming to you live from Applewood Station, where it is a lovely 26 degrees with smoke. I'm not sure whether that's a good thing or a bad. That's actually a bad thing. All right, we are doing work at the moment over here. Right, we are not here, not here. We're here. That's where we are. We're over here today working on this wonderful project that I've been working on for a while, which is a project that involves lining this up correctly. Which is what we're doing right now. There we go. So, right now, it's just a little bit of some fudge work we're doing here. So, I am working on a lantern, Japanese style lantern, and building up its structure here. One of the things I got to do is get this sort of squared away. So it's that. I'm just putting in a lot of glue on the corners in these joints so that it'll hold better. And it gets into the crevices to make sure that it seals really nicely. And George is over there meowing because he's George. George really wants into the kiddo's room, and the kiddo is now in full kiddo mode, where kiddo isn't really big on letting George in. I know, George sounds so mournful. George is like, well, what about me? Say I wanted to be in there, says George. I'm going to check the width down here. Okay. 16, just short of half there. So that puts it as 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to go 8, 1, 2 on this side. 8 and 1, 2. Puts me right there, right? So lined up, good. The same thing up here. And this is slightly larger, 16 and 7, 8. 16 and 8, which means that we're going to be at 8 and 4, which puts us 8 and 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. Which means that when that's there, like this here. Just true this up like that. And there we go. And that's what we're looking for. Right there. I'll let this dry for a second or two before I move it. Because it'll be a little wonky if I try to move it now. Which means I'm going to pull this entire piece off and go work on another piece. While I wait for this guy to dry. All right. The next thing we got to do is measure existing things. I've already got the existing one over here. And what we're at is we need a bunch of 2 centimeter bars. So what we're going to do here is go in 2 centimeters. That's this guy. 2 centimeters for all of these. Right? And put this up here because I got this little teeny micro hacksaw for this very job. There's one. You should probably remeasure every time. You know what they say. Cut 3 times, measure once, so that you're really confused and wondering how everything went. See, that's exactly what I was expecting. We'll measure each time. Because we're going to need 8 of these. 12 of these. All right? Works a whole lot better if you do that. Just keep going for a while here. These, it doesn't matter where these are, they're all going to be the spacers that space the sides in. So we just need to make sure that they are correct as far as being 2 centimeters in, otherwise they were. So just keep going in 2 centimeters. Yeah. I know. Nobody's paying attention to you, are they? I'm paying attention to you. Does that help? Do you help, little fuzzy butt? Yeah, well. I know what your problem is. and that is your problem is that I disconnected the water downstairs. Well, you've got water. You're just going to have to live for a little bit here until we fix that water line. Because the water is leaking. And I know you don't care because you're a cat, but the water is leaking. Alrighty. And the last one. There we go. Now, the best way to deal with sawdust is with water. Which is why we typically just kind of do this. Because that's the best way to deal with sawdust. It'll just keep going around and around and around forever if you don't do that. And that just cleans it up pretty quickly. And that way you don't have to worry about it. Especially sawdust from a little teeny saw blade like this thing. Hey, Brent. How you doing? Now what am I doing? I'm working on the lantern, Brendy K. We had a version of it, but it was kind of weird. And I've been avoiding it. And the real truth is that I might as well just build it. So I'm building it. We can do this in one night if we just do this. Oh, yeah. Some bad weather. Gosh, we could stand to have some weather up here. We are in the middle of fire season again. And here, I'll show you what we got. So, if you look up in the upper right-hand corner, you will see we already have the bottom half of this built in, and I've already built in one wall here. So all I need to do is just repeat those walls all the way around. It's already put in like that. All is good. And we already have the roof, which is here. Here's the roof piece for it. You can see it's kind of got that roof piece. And then we have the light of doom. Here is the light that goes inside it. Watch out for your eyes, right? This light works really well. It's extremely bright. So, and it's on a remote, so nah, I'm not, there is no way. I'm like sitting here going, there, I'm just running out of time. In no way. So it's all right. We got this. Which is fine. We've got sort of this thing going for us, and then we'll do the STL next year, and I'll just add it to the facade. Just glue it onto the face, and then we'll call this job done. Because at this point, I'm like sitting here looking, well, I mean, I'll be able to get this thing done easily in time. But if I add that STL and try to get that thing printed and then put it on to fix it now at this point, I can probably still do it, but it's going to be one of those we are going to be up on the night of the convention, sitting in the hotel room doing crap, and I don't want to do that. I want to do all this ahead of time and get it done. Just have it done, you know. So that's what we're doing this now, and we're kind of getting all these little blocks together. Move right over here. And there's a whole bunch of little pieces of wood. So I'll just do that. But, you know, it's how it all goes. And you'll just pick up all the pieces of wood. And now what we'll do is the next piece. We already have some of the frames built here. So all I need to do is run straight down the line. Pretty easy peasy. To measure inside here. Like so. Just right. And that's what these spacers are. Just go cork. Cork. We'll wind them up in a minute. They need to be like that. Do the same thing over here. As there. And it's okay if it's a little open a little bit. that. Yep. Well, I've got a ton of these little pieces of wood, so if it doesn't quite fit, we're good. I'll just use another piece of wood. And what I'll do is before I glue them in, I'll line them up. Come on, get digging in. That's not the right one. That's the right one. I'm like, that didn't fit. How did that not fit? Oh, that's right. That's the other side. This went a little wide, so I don't care. I got this guy for. Probably lines pressing that in. That's the top there. All right. And that is one window. It's not done yet, but we'll get there. I'll glue it all together here in a second, and when I do, we'll line it up on the blue board. There we go. I just want to give just enough time for this guy to kind of cure a little bit. Because this guy fell and dropped, and when he did, he broke into a gajillion little pieces. So I want him to have time to cure a little bit before I start assembling him. But I need this because these cutting mats are by centimeters, and I can do by squares inside there. So first thing we're going to do is pull the junk off of here. Put a little water there. That. And then all right. This guy. Hopefully get him up here. There we go. Cool. Now what you do is assemble the pieces in a way of which that they are square. So first piece goes here. So the second piece, you'll have to get to in a minute because it is not actually square to its own little world, which, doesn't surprise me. Yep. And I'm having space for this stuff. And also on this side, that side go down. Usually probably do this number. Once that's located, we can put this here and here, and do that, and then put this guy in. Then make a gap, which I would leave on the bottom. Here, and then I'll just fill it in a minute with glue when we get to that stage. Up here, make sure that it is all secure and square. Yes. Okay. Good. Now, I'm not that worried about that gap right now, but I will start doing this side. And I'll just go back in and touch glue in there in a minute. Because once this thing's on the board, or once it's on its actual, on the, whatever that thing's called over there, I don't know what I call it, the thing, the actual lantern itself, I'm not going to have to worry about it. We'll be painting it, and the paint will secure it, and all will be good. At this point, just make sure it's internally consistent. Now, with that done, next thing we're going to do is sit it like this for a second, and then just wipe this down. Get as much of the glue off my because this is Gorilla Glue and it will go bad. It won't go bad, but I mean, it'll make things not pleasant when it dries. I'll give this just a second to kind of cure. And while I'm trying to get that second to go through, I'm going to attempt to put the cross beams in. These cross beams need to go across the middle here. It's curing, so when it's curing, it's going to just flat this down. And it's not obnoxiously over the top. Hey there, Can. I am building a lantern. A Japanese lantern. Oh. Roughly the right size on both sides there, huh? Well. Hey, hey, hey. This guy's probably a good millimeter up on that. So we'll trim a millimeter off. As long as the shenanigans do not, in fact, involve me chopping off a finger or something, I guess we're good. And that's how we get one of the you get a card site. What's a card site? And was that 2 R's intentionally? All right. I don't even know what a card is. I mean, other than it's a pirate site, you can tell because there's lots of R's. I'd like to buy an eye. Is it so we can determine how old people are? Oh, portfolio. And there we go, guys. One of the... Oh, I like the fact that it seems... Well, it's not bowed. It's only bowed if I move... Oh, that's kind of wild. Look, it's bowing back and forth because of frame rate issues. Look how twisted it is. It's absolutely rigid. That's actually really wild. I'm going to be sick, I think. Anyway, all right. All right. That's 2. Oh, another card with your social. Ah, okay, that makes sense. So, like, you put your social medias on there and you say, here's my card. There you go. All right, I'm putting on the glue on the edges. Place it in here. So. That's 2. All right, 2 are in on the bank train. Well, yeah, except that, I mean, I appreciate that, but I am nowhere near my machine. So I'll have to check it later, naturally. All right. 2 done of the 3. Now I'll show you how that fits right inside here in the lantern. Now we've got this one done and this one. And see, we've got 2 panels in now, which is cool. And to illustrate the point, if we put this piece of plastic card in here, like so, put this light bulb like this, and then go, you can't even see because it just completely blasts out the entire thing. However, you cannot miss this light. Just saying. Thus, Kevin's whole concern, he was like, Is it gonna hold? Yes, it'll hold. It'll be fine. Can we see through it? Yes, you'll be able to see just fine. All right. Moving to the other side. Here's the other frame. It needs to be done next. So we'll do this one next. I'll go over and check the card out in a second. There can right. This is strip one. I gotta check to see. I'm not hearing anything. Yep. All right. This is our last one. It's dry now. So here to work on next. Under all the wood so it won't break while we're waiting for it to be built. Go. That there. I'll use that again. We'll go like this, and then go work. See if that fits right there. It does. That's almost like I cut that piece last time and then forgot. Totally. And therefore it fits because it's from the other side. So there's that. All right, come back over here to sit for a second. That's 1.5 almost set up. And I'm going to check the cards that we were looking at there. Naturally, I can't get to it. I can show it, but that's not what we're trying to get to. Because of course I can't click on things. All right. Got business cards. That's not it. So that wasn't. There we go. All right. Okay. I like this. Yeah, I see that. That's kind of cool. I'm into this plan. All right. Hero protagonist. Oh, look at all these setups. I got to think of a new username though for me as a anthropologist. So somewhere I'm going to think of that part. There's no music. We need some kind of epic music for this. Epicness. Epicanizer. There we go. assemble it. And we'll be off to the races. Right. Brad, I don't know if you're listening, but if you're out there, this is definitely your thing. Be looking for this one as well. Oh, Brad should be looking for these cards, C-A-R-R-D, because Brad is deciding to switch careers and be an artist, and he's looking for what to do. And I think getting these cards should be something he should be looking for. But I went and looked at that card, and I think it's great. It's a great idea. Yeah. 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 Keep going. Don't stop. Don't let up. Breathe. Keep going. Yeah. Oh, this is the same advice I have for people who need to exercise. Oddly. Says me, who's thinking that while I'm waiting for this to dry, I might go over and like do a push up or two just so I can. Yeah, I've done it. If there's any music under here at all. I mean, it's there. And boy, it's just kind of low, I guess. But tonight's low music night. Woohoo. All $30. Check my Facebook. Well, that's probably good because I'm just waiting for it to dry anyway, so maybe that's not bad. That's all I'm saying. So anything I do except for this is going to cause it to look like this. What we need to do is just move this out of the way and let it sit for a minute. It's still true. It doesn't feel like it's true to me. It's still true. I think it's just because we got a bunch of lines everywhere. I'll check my Facebook as requested. Oh, I like that piece. I mean, I like the motion in that piece. You know what I mean? I dig the motion in that piece. That's got a lot of movement to it. I gotta check to see how far down I can go before things get kind of weird in here. Like, how far down do we need to go? We want the light to be about here. Yeah, that's about right. So no matter what, it's got to go up quite a ways into that roof. That's not going to be good. Not what I wanted to see or hear, and of course, lifting that up. So I got to go to at least. What do we do from the bottom? Yeah, from the bottom it's even worse. Yeah, that's not going to work either way. It's going to have to come from the top. The problem is we don't have a hole in the roof for the top, so I want to go from the top if I can avoid it, but sometimes you don't have a choice, Yeah. Just to ensure it's going down in that crevice there. Really want this secured down. So. Doesn't. Freaking Gorilla Glue. This freaking Gorilla Glue will get into everything. As it is supposed to be. So I'm just going to be sure. I know, right? And that's what I'm prepping for. This is the lantern for decay. It's got to be ready. I've got like 3 weeks. Lantern's got to be ready to go. be nice this year, though, for me, because I am not on staff. Well, I'm on staff, but I'm not a director this year, which is great. That's frankly, I'm burned out a lot of things. It's been a rough world. Yeah. So it's kind of nice to not have to worry about stuff. Okay. Number 3 is in. So it's nice to think that this is all I got to worry about is this lantern and whether my archery stuff is up to snuff. And that's all. That's all I got to worry about. And 3 sides in. Yeah, 3 sides in. Only 1 side remains. It's so true. And I mean, frankly, it's not my problem anymore. It's a big convention. A lot of responsibility. You know? Make sure this one fits. Because this is a weird thing. It's tight. It should be. It should be tight. Maybe we'll come back in a little bit, I think. All right. That's ridiculous. I work tomorrow, so One of the big mistakes I could make would be to do this by quarter inches instead of by centimeters, which would, in fact, make for a very weird effect because one of the windows then would look completely different. So let's not do that. That would be bad. It's the fire condition out there. Just don't kind of nasty up there. I know it's impossible to breathe. It's hard to breathe down here. I'm quite a ways from you. I pretty much put everybody to bed. So I'm glad to. All right. pieces here. Like these pieces are the same size, which is not the way I wanted to hear it. We'll make it work. The good news is nobody will notice this unless they look in the back, which they can't see. Because there will be a blinding light in there. I'm just saying, that light's serious. That light's not screwing around. I'm just saying. It has attitude. Not the situation I wanted. That's it. Okay, so this is on the inside. Yeah. All right, we got the last one. I just have to wait for it to kind of cure. I don't mind that kind of globs here. rather do its work there. Meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice, we're going to take this front side and start masking it. Yep. So, take this part here, we're going to start masking it so that we can paint it, because it's been painted on the bottom half here, has been painted black, but I'm going to go through and paint the upper chambers red. All of this needs to be painted red. And so in order to do that, we got to go through and mask off the downside. Right, so we're going to put this like this. And just let it lean on back. You just lean on back there, brother. I'll go ahead and find my masking tape. It's somewhere in here. That's some blue tape somewhere. I see blue tape all over my room, but all of it's in use. So, I mean, like, as in it's already taped to something. I see black tape. I did, and I didn't like it, so I'm redoing it. The one I did last year, we got part of the way in, and then ran out of time. So I just ordered some lanterns off of Amazon, but they were small. They were not as big as this, and so I ended up putting kind of these little lanterns in the center instead of a large lantern on the outside. And then we put a light in there, but the light was battery powered, so the battery ran out as the weekend went on. And so this year we have a plug-in light. So this light is actually plugged in, and it's got a remote, which means that you can use a remote control to turn it on, because this thing is frickin' 15 feet up in the air. So at 15 feet, it's way up there. There's no way you're going to reach up there and click the light on. Moreover, kind of like the idea that whoever clicks the light on does it sort of surreptitiously, so that when the arrow hits the Makiwara in opening ceremonies, this light just comes on and it looks like magic. And then the same thing goes for closing ceremonies. As soon as the closing ceremonies goes through, we have a closing ceremonies thing where we do the 3 claps thing, that and we do 3 of those. And on the third one, the lights turn off in the main events room, and it goes absolutely dark. And at that same time, I'm going to have somebody out there who's with this lantern, and they're just going to hit the button and turn it off, and this lantern will go off at that point, at exactly that moment. So, and that'll indicate the end. But this lantern is actually like a box. It's designed for this job. So this should be far, far, far better. So I'm more intrigued by this than the other piece. I'm much happier with this particular version. It's like, here's the mask. Got right with my mask. put it where it belongs. Yeah, see, that'd be weird of me to actually put it away like it's supposed to be put away. So, but yeah, it's not a problem. This is what I wanted to do last year, and then said, this is too difficult. There's too many moving parts. I don't want to do this, and I don't have time and stuff. And so I bailed at this step. So it is the same step it was last year. I just didn't finish the job last year like I should have. And now I'm stuck without I can't find my masking tape. I mean, this isn't a big deal. But if I mask it, then all I got to do on Sunday is spray it. And it's done. Easy done thing. The project is complete. Well, not entirely. Kevin has his part, but Kevin is as reliable as clockwork, so I'm pretty sure Kevin will accomplish his half of this job pretty quickly and efficiently. All we have to worry about is my half of the job, which isn't that hard. And we'll be done here in just a minute. So, should be pretty easy, except I can't see my masking tape. My masking tape. See, I moved everything. This is why you shouldn't move stuff. That's fine. There it is. See, all I need to do is just look. All right. So we're gonna first start kind of masking this part. Yay for blue tape. What would we do without good old blue tape? And the truth is, we made a lantern. This is it. It's just that this show brought to you by Gorilla Glue. It's like watching glue dry, which is pretty much what you're doing right here. Right here. Right. Here. You're watching glue dry right there. Get into it, but we'll get into it. and the number 12 and the letter X. Oof? Big oof? What'd you oof? Nothing's broken over there. This oof had to have been on your side of an oofiness. Unless you're anticipating a... Oh no! Oh noes! That is a big oof. Oh god, you guys are gonna have problems. Oof. What a mess. Shit, that's horrible. Hey, you guys are on bottled water for a while. So that gets out of the system. Hell, we might be on bottled water too. right. Alrighty. We're just taping up this end here. Alright. Let's see if I can flip it upside down. Get the bottom of this guy taped up. Oh, look. Best viewers, guys. Best viewers for me to delete. Not like it's not a thing. But you're blocked. I don't know how these guys think that we're going to just go, oh, you know what? I'm so desperate for viewers. I think I will completely do what they're telling me to do. And clearly pay somebody a gajillion dollars to do nothing. And I hate to say this, but we all know that nothing happens whenever you do this. I know. They're getting to me too. I don't know, man. I don't know. And usually, it's on your side because you've been here longer. In fact, they're starting to show up on my side, starting to show that I've been here for enough time now that they're starting to think that I'm got something to do with my world. There we go. Getting in there, getting that corner there. All taped up, ready to go. Now I just need some regular sheets of paper. Let's go in here. Background anymore. That's nice. Just regular sheets of normal paper. And we are almost out for the day. Oh man. There we go. I'm going to go a little over because I'm almost done with this, and I feel like I should be. If I can get done with this in time, then I don't have to worry about it. Like I said, yeah, like I said, I don't have to worry about it, right? Right. You're doing the "are we going to bed yet?" I know, because that's your whole thought process, because you've got a cat mind, and that's what you do. You're like, hey, scritches! I live by scritches. There we go. Yeah, I know, me too. Man, but as soon as we do this, it's going to be, man, I wish it wasn't so cold. Although, personally, I'll take the cold over the heat any day. Just cold-blooded. As David would say, cold-blooded. Kind of miss David, actually. I know, everybody's shocked, especially David. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you on that. It gets down into those numbers, you're like, really? This was your battle plan all along. Miss the old groups too. Her mouth. What about her mouth? What do you know? All right, we are almost done. Here we go. Done. That should protect the bottom part that is black down here from being painted red. And the rest of this now, I can just paint red. I seen a black lantern and I wanna paint it red. Alrighty. Oh my God. That's, I think, it. I think that's all I got in me. I think it's about time for me to go to bed, and you need to go to bed too, and everybody needs to go to bed. All of you people who've been watching me build this lantern, which is kind of funny. But I appreciate you guys watching me build the lantern. As the lantern comes together, we have one last little window to go in. I'm going to wait. I'm going to let it dry overnight. And then going ahead and put it in tomorrow. That way it's got all night to kind of cure and set up so that it doesn't break, because it's the last one. So you know it will break or shatter or something because it's the last one. So old man Can needs his sleepy sleep. Old man Guy does too. Just saying. All right, guys. It's good to have you all around. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I will not be on tomorrow night, as tomorrow night is my Expanse game, and that usually runs till 10. And so by the time I get home, it's already 10:30 or 10:45. So there's no way I can get on for any amount of time. So we will do that. And so I will see everybody on next week. I guess it's going to be Sunday night. See you all Sunday night. I hope you all have a good weekend and have a wonderful time. And Can, keep yourself out of the fires, man. You know, just because you live in a city with it in the name, that's not an invitation. I'm just saying. Stay safe, my friends. Stay safe. And as for everybody else, if you're out there in Fireland too, also you guys need to stay safe. And for everybody else out there, keep your eyes on the stars. Good night.